the leftovers. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the pre-show. Glad to have you here. Just ignore that giant bucket over there. I'm kidding. Or am I? I do love sugar. I have a problem. But welcome to the pre-show as we get ready for tonight. And hope you guys have been having a great day. The weather's a little bit nicer outside, so that's nice. Finally got rid of that rain, which rain is always good. But dark skies for like 4 days straight, I mean, not really into that. I love the rain, but I also like being able to go outside, especially now that I have 2 small children. I desperately like to go outside, so it's nice to be able to let them go out for a little bit, even if they got a little muddy. But I hope you guys have had a great week so far. Let me know in the comments anything that's been going on. Again, as always, please let us know how we can be in prayer with you. You can reach us at prayer.cbcbowie@gmail.com, or you can call us up here at the office, email us, send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, Remind, all those great things that we have available to you guys. We know that things are getting a little more crazy and crazy as the cold weather hits in, more people catching the flu and things like that. But we still want you to know that we're here for you. We'll still continue to stream live on Thursday nights and also stream services on Sunday mornings. So please let us know what we can do to be there for you. We are available for you. But know that you're always in our prayers. But if there's anything specific that we can pray for, let us pray for you with it about. It's been a busy week, especially with last night having the Halloween party with Kids for Truth, and then our teens, we had our Hal-Gloween party. That was what we called it, since we are Glow Student Ministries. We had a lot of fun. Thankfully, no one killed themselves inside the Joust bounce house. Like, as soon as it was inflated and all the 6th grade boys saw it, it pretty much made a beeline inside of it and started trying every wrestling maneuver they knew how to do. And no one got injured, so mad props to bounce houses for that. But we had a great time. Julia came up with some awesome ideas for food we could do with the teens, and she did a really great job putting all that together. I'm very thankful for her. Even being prego with twins, she still wanted to make a whole bunch of cool little food things for the teens. So the one thing that we didn't get to do, and I'm going to blame myself on this, but we wanted to do like jack-o'-lantern dip bowls. And what I was supposed to do is I was supposed to take a bell pepper, and then just you hollow it out and you get all the stuff outside, and then you kind of cut out the eyes and the mouth like you would on a pumpkin, so it's kind of like a bell pepper jack-o'-lantern kind of thing, and then you fill it with your ranch dip or your guacamole or your spinach, the thicker dips that don't come like oozing out or anything. And that's what I was going to do. And so I just ordered a 3-pack of bell peppers because Walmart has the, they have the pickup thing. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. But the problem with that is I didn't really, by ordering just a 3-pack of peppers, I didn't really get a chance to test if they could stand up on their own. And I was hoping to get like a red, a yellow, and an orange. Well, they sent me 2 yellows. I'm like, I don't need 2 yellow bell peppers. And, of course, all 3 of them could not stand up on their own because they just had like little, just like almost like pyramid-type points on them, and that was just not going to happen. So I was a little bummed by that, but that was my fault. I should have went to the store and actually picked out bell peppers that I could have used, so... But other than that, everybody loved the little spider deviled eggs that she made. It was actually really easy, honestly. You just make deviled eggs, but then you take a whole olive, you cut it in half, and put 1 half on the top. That's the body, and then you get like a jar of sliced olives. Cut those in half, and those make your little legs for you. You just plop them on there, and boom, you got little spider deviled eggs. So. That was real fun to do. And then Rice Krispie monster eyeballs. That was fun, but I just love Rice Krispies. So the only bummer about making Rice Krispies from scratch is just doing the slow melting and just constantly standing over that pot set on like 2.5 because turn it up too high and just going to be burnt marshmallow pan. So, but it was fun to do. I actually messed up because I was supposed to add the food coloring, because you add food coloring to the marshmallows once they've melted. And that's how and then after you've mixed the food coloring and the marshmallow, then you add your Rice Krispies, and that's how you give them their color. Well, I made the first batch and totally didn't add any coloring to it. But it kind of worked out, because then Julia's like, ooh, these almost look like, human flesh-colored eyeball kind of things. So, worked out in the end. I hope everybody enjoyed them, because we had a lot of fun making all that stuff together. I enjoy cooking. I really do. It's very... I make the kitchen very messy, and so cleaning up afterwards is not enjoyable, but having my recipe and following my instructions and mixing everything and actually making something really good, I enjoy doing that. Julia was craving chicken pot pie, and I told her, okay, I'll make her a chicken pot pie, because we had everything at the house. I just needed to get a pie crust, but then I was thinking about it, and I was like, can't I just make a pie crust? I'd never had made a homemade pie crust before. No one in my family has. You just go to the store, get the little prepackaged one. And sure enough, I was like, okay, well, I just need flour and water and a buttload of butter. And turned out really good. So I was very, very happy with that. Hey, Deb, glad to see you in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to take a sip of water. So we've got a prize for our game tonight. And Deb, since you're the first one here in the chat, I'm going to ask you, would you like to be the star of our game tonight? If you want to just give me a yes or no, because I thought I'd try something a little different tonight, because I don't have a co-host with me this evening. So, Deb, what do you say? Give me a little yes or no in the comments if you'd like to be my star for the game tonight. All right, so let me also share with you, because I got 3 things I want to talk about. I know I mentioned Walmart earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and get Walmart out of the way. Again, it's not Walmart's fault that I got bougie bell peppers. What I do have a weird thing with it is this whole new Walmart Plus thing. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but you go to Walmart, and pretty much on all the bags you get now, they all advertise this Walmart Plus. And I am so done with subscriptions. Everything has to be a subscription now. It's infuriating. Nobody lets you just have stuff. You just, if you want to have it, you've got to have a subscription. You can't just buy movies. You have to have a subscription to Netflix. You can't just go to the grocery store. You've got to be, a grocery store club member. You got to be a Brookshire's member to get the good deals. And now Walmart, they got to get in on the jazz. And now you got to have a Walmart subscription. And if I remember correctly, it's like you pay whatever a month, and you get 5 cents off at the gas station, and I think you get like 5 or 6 home deliveries. Like they'll deliver, like you make your list online, and then instead of going to the store and picking it up, they'll deliver it to you. I'm thinking, okay, Julia's pregnant, we got 2 boys, maybe that's not a bad idea to just get groceries delivered. And that would be great, except they don't do it here. You offer this whole Walmart Plus thing, but then the main reason you get it, you don't even offer it at the one here in Bowie. So why are you advertising it if you're not even offering delivery? It's kind of a beef with me. So yes, it's bad enough that I have to get a Walmart subscription. I don't have to, but the fact that it's just another subscription that people have to sign up for, that's how I feel about that. Yes, Deborah, you would be my star for our game, because what we want to do tonight is play Imagine If, and you would not answer, because what we would do is we would read the question based on you. So it's like, imagine if Deborah was a bouncy ball, what kind of bounce, and so we would let everybody leave their answers, and then you would give us your answer of which one you are. And we'll see who can match up with you the most tonight. So that would be my plan. Okay, thing number 2. And this is actually something I thought was really cool. Julie and I loved going to the movies. That was kind of like our, like a lot of couples, you just kind of have your date night routine. Like you have that one restaurant that you just always enjoy going to, or you have that one activity that you always enjoy doing. And that was me and Julia. We just enjoyed going to the movies. It's nice, the chairs are comfortable, it's relaxing. I used to be the guy who, if I wasn't I'm watching the movie, like I don't want to be talked to, I don't want to be messed with, I just want to watch the movie. But Julie has lightened me up a whole lot to where now I'm way more into the, oh my gosh, just, trying to see the things that are happening behind the movie, if that makes sense. Like not paying attention to the main thing, but like the little mistakes or whatever that are happening off to the side, which is real fun. And we just enjoy doing that. Well, Cinemark theaters are doing these watch party things because, there's hardly any new movies that people can go to theaters and do. And so they're like renting out the theater, which, that's always been a thing, but I think they're just doing it on a much more, they're really trying to push the watching party thing. And they were actually offering a whole bunch of free watch parties for Halloween night. It's like they had 1,000 of these watch parties that they were just giving away for free. And I was like, oh man, that would be awesome. And so I went online and was like, hey, you know what? We're not doing anything. Maybe I can get with a bunch of friends and we can all go watch Monsters. They had Monsters, Inc. or Beetlejuice, or they had a couple of the new movies that are still actually in theaters somehow. And so I thought that would be a fun thing to do. But then I realized that I didn't do it on the day I was supposed to do it. But that was but it's a really cool idea. If you want to go watch an old movie, go to Cinemark, and I think it's like 100. You can only have 20 people, but it's only $100. So if everybody chips in $5, then boom, there you go. It's paid for, and it's like you get the whole theater to yourself. And there's some 10, 12 movies you could choose from. Not sponsored by Cinemark. I wish I was, because it's just a really cool thing. So, and there's one in Roanoke, which I guess isn't ridiculously far. I do love the Decatur Theater. It's very deceptive because, from the outside, you got to drive to the back to get into it. And then it's just a big steel building. And I'm like, oh, geez. But then you get in there and it's the stadium seating that goes up. And I was like, oh, this is so delightful. So Julie and I saw a bunch of movies at the Decatur one. But we miss going to the movies. Not going to lie. It's one of our things we enjoyed doing. We like to go into the movies. Actually, shout out to Keith Ritchie, who was helping us in the youth last night, came dressed as Maverick from Top Gun, which was cool. And they're actually making I guess it's technically a sequel, only 30 years later. What's up with all the 30 years later sequels and remakes and everything else? So we're all just feeling way too nostalgic for the past when there was no worldwide pandemic going on. So, oh well. Yeah, I get McDonald's water, so just, I don't know. It's water. So, Deb, do you want to be our star tonight for our game? You can be not a star, as you said in the comments. You would be the star. So, you'll be the star. And you know what? If nobody else shows up, that's okay. We'll just you'll just go home with our prize regardless, which will be this giant bucket of candy. I am way too addicted to candy. I have a major sweet tooth, so that's my third thing. Halloween, I always go to stores the day after to try and get the discount bags of candy. There's actually a bunch of bags of Starbursts that I got after Easter, because they had already produced all this stuff for Easter, but then that's when COVID hit, so that they had tons of leftover Easter stuff. So I got all these bags of candy for like 30 cents. So I use them for prizes and games and things like that. So just fun random things that I like is, and candy's a problem. So Halloween, Easter, Christmas, especially Christmas, because Christmas, they have all those big, like you get the 1 pound Reese's or the 5-foot Hershey bar, all that crazy stuff that they drop on clearance after the holidays. So we'll see how much of that is actually left, considering there was nothing on the shelves for no offense, guys, but I know Christmas stuff is already out, but why were you already putting the Halloween stuff on clearance when Halloween hasn't even happened yet? Like, I went to Dollar General just to grab some stuff, and all they had was like this much of one shelf of their Halloween stuff left, and it was on clearance. It was crazy. It's not till Saturday. So, all right, Deb's on board. I love it. Timer's off. We're ready to start the show. Let's have a good one. And welcome to CBC Live this October, Thursday the 29th. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So glad that you're here with us this evening. As always, we want you to know that we're here for you. So please, if you need prayer for anything or just want to let us know how you're doing, reach out to us at prayer.cbcbowie@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment here on Facebook, Instagram, Remind, anywhere that you can reach us on social media. We want you to know that we're here for you and we love you. So glad that you guys have come to join with us tonight. We're going to have a good time. In fact, one of our audience members is going to be a special guest, as in they're going to be the star of our game tonight, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But just to give you guys a heads up, there was no women's Bible study today, and as far as I know, women's Bible study is not postponed as of yet. So, but we still want to invite you, and still invite you all to come out. But until I hear otherwise, until I'm corrected, which I've got my phone standing by so I can be corrected, but we are still having the women's Bible study, so we do want to encourage that and let you guys know that that is available for you. We had a wonderful time last night up here at the church with the Kids for Truth doing their Halloween parties. Our youth had a great time doing our Hagloween party. It's really weird to say because, we're Glow Student Ministries, and we were trying to just do a play on words. It almost sounds like I'm saying Hagloween. So it was like Ha-Gloween. It's a weird way to pronounce it. But we had a lot of fun. Nobody died in the bounce house that we got. We got this little joust thing. Everyone had a good time. So thank you, everybody who volunteered, who helped out. Big shout out for the youth side of things to Keith Ritchie, who was a monster help. And really appreciate him. He was dressed up as Maverick from Top Gun, which was very cool. I had my Santa suit on because according to all the stores in town, I should be dressed as Santa because it's already Christmas. Heaven forbid it's not even 3 days till Halloween. And let's just skip right over Thanksgiving. I'm looking at you, all the stores in town, because it's everybody. So... And the only reason I get bitter about Thanksgiving is because my birthday is in November. And any November holiday that gets overshadowed just because Christmas is around the corner makes me a little sad. But we do actually have a special Thanksgiving event planned. Not Thanksgiving Day, but I haven't even told the youth this yet, but the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we know a lot of people will probably be out of town, seeing family and whatnot. But anybody that's still in town, just hanging out, we are going to have youth service that Wednesday night, but it's going to be a special Thanksgiving youth service. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll put out more information about that in the coming weeks. But let us know how you guys are doing. How's your week been? Let us know in the comments. Deborah Green, she is like the all-star cast member of our show. She's always here. Deb always loves seeing you in the comments. So she's actually going to participate in our game tonight, which I am excited to share. And we do it a lot, but, we like to do it with different people because that's the whole point, is getting to know other people. So we are going to play Imagine If. Now, I know some of these questions you've probably seen before, so we're just going to kind of scroll around through them. But here's how it's going to work tonight. Because Deborah's not here with me, she's not here with me, but she's with us in spirit. What we're going to do is we're going to ask the question, and then I'm going to put up a timer. I'm going to just kind of show a little bit. We're just going to put up a little 30-second timer here. And so as soon as we ask the question, you guys are going to chime in what you think is the answer for Deborah. And when the timer runs out, that's when Deborah will give her answer. Okay? So that is, well, hang on, let me turn that up. That's how this will go. All right? So we'll start off. All right, so Deborah, if you're ready, and everybody else is watching, we'll go with the first question. Let's go with, let's see, what do we want to go with? How about that one? All right. So imagine if Deborah were an item on a restaurant menu. Which would she be? Would she be number 1, an appetizer, number 2, a Caesar salad, number 3, filet mignon, number 4, sushi, number 5, pizza, or number 6, barbecue ribs? The clock starts now. So here's how it goes. Deb, you don't type in your answer yet. You wait until the timer hits 0. This will be a little bit of a delay for me because I think I'm on about a 7-8 second delay from the rest of you guys. So, but whatever number you think Deborah is, you punch it in now. If you think she's an appetizer, put a number 1. If you think she's ribs, do a number 6. You know the drill, okay? And then as soon as the timer hits 0, then Deborah will give us her answer, okay? So, and here we go. All right, Levi, you said she is filet mignon. Deb, what do you say? What do you say you are? She's going to give us her response. I guess, Levi, you're the only one participating, so we'll see if you win tonight. Deborah, what do you think you are? Do you think you're an appetizer, a Caesar salad? Do you think you're filet mignon? Do you think you're sushi? Do you think you're pizza? Or do you think you're ribs? Deb, I'm going to say you are a Caesar salad because that's what I'm going to say. Nope. You say you're a filet mignon, so Levi gets the point. Way to show me off, Levi. Or show me up? Show me up. Way to show me up. This coming from the guy who says he's going to make me a youth logo and still hasn't bothered to. I get to say that because I literally just texted him that before we started the show tonight. So I love you, Levi. And we love your family. Hope everybody's feeling good. Y'all say it, lift up their family in prayer. Yeah, just lift up everybody in prayer. So 3 days of seriously cloudy, rainy, nasty, cold weather makes a lot of people ill. So lifting everybody up in prayer today. All right, here we go. I'm going to get you this time, Levi. Deborah, imagine if you were a weather forecast. What would you be? Would you be severe thunderstorms? Would you be partly cloudy? Would you be rainy? Would you be breezy? Would you be a heat wave? Or would you be fair and mild? So the clock starts now. All right. Let's see. Deb, I don't think you're a thunderstorm. If we were playing at home, Julia would say I'm breezy because I'm very gassy at home. So, shh. Heat wave, fair and mild, rain, partly cloudy. Well, I guess we got to see what Levi says. Levi, I'm gonna base my answer off of what you say, Levi. Levi says you're partly cloudy. You know, I was thinking along that line. You both said 3 last time, and I said 2. So he's saying 2 this time. This time I will say 3, and I will say that you are rain. You're quite refreshing. So how about that? That'll be my answer. But don't let it sway your answer. You let us know what you think you are based on what you think, not what we say. So what do you think, Deb? Are you severe thunderstorms? Are you partly cloudy? Are you rain? Are you breezy? Are you a heat wave? Or are you fair and mild? Fair and mild. It almost sounds like a lame salsa. It's fair and mild. I don't know. Oh, that's what she says. She says she's fair and mild. All right. Well, guess we were both wrong. Even added up, we were still wrong. So, all right. So, Deborah got us both on that one. But that's all right. Let's try again for the next one. Imagine if Deborah were a piece of mail. Which would she be? Would she be a postcard? Would she be a bill? Would she be a party invitation? Would she be a clothing catalog? Would she be a love letter? Or would she be a voter registration card? That's kind of funny, considering we're literally a week away. Or no, it's this week. It's Monday, right? So there we go. Monday? Yeah. November 3rd is Monday. So, clock starts now. All right. There we go. So, is she a postcard? Is she a bill? Is she a party invitation? Is she a clothing catalog, a love letter, or a voter registration card? All right, I'm going to see if I can squeeze in my answer before I see Levi's. And nope, I already see Levi's. All right. Levi says you're a postcard, Deb. I'm going to say that I think you are a clothing catalog for no apparent reason other than I think that's a good answer. Hey, Taylor's here. Taylor, glad to have you here. Taylor, you say Deb is a party invitation. All right, so we've got 3 answers, 3 options. I mean, you have 6, Deborah. You don't have to pick one of ours, even though you should pick 4. I'm just saying. All right, so Deborah, whenever you have your answer, you leave it in the comments and let us know if you think you are a postcard, a bill, a party invitation, a clothing catalog, a love letter, or a voter registration card. Which one do you think you are? It's intense. What will she choose? Will one of us be right? Will all of us be wrong? She says 4. She said the clothing catalog. That's what I said. Take that, Levi. Now we're tied. Ha. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I love you. Please make me a logo. All right. So I'm going to say I get a point for that one because I did call it. So Deborah thinks she's a clothing catalog. All right, here we go. Next one. Well, that's kind of the same thing. Let's try that. No. Ooh, there we go. Here we go. All right. Deborah, if you were a character in a Western film, what would you be? Would you be the sheriff? Would you be the outlaw? Would you be the deputy? Would you be the farmer? Would you be the stagecoach driver? Or would you be the saloon piano player? There we go. I think we all know that Miss Luann is the saloon piano player. So, if you guys didn't know, I keep forgetting I got to start the timer. Okay. So, we give our answers. Deborah, once the timer's up, you give us your answer. I don't know if you know this, but when we were doing Sunday night services, I didn't know that Miss Luann would just get up there and just start playing whatever hit, like pastor would say, all right, call out a hymn number. And people would just start throwing out hymn numbers, and she'd start playing them. And so I asked her after service, it's like, do you just know all, like, people are just calling out numbers. Like, how do you know these? She said, well, once you've been doing this long enough, people just kind of keep asking the same ones. And so you kind of know all the ones they're going to ask. I'm like, so there is one you don't know. So I just need to call out a random number that you don't know. She said, you know what? It could happen. All right. I got to leave an answer. All right. Taylor says you're an outlaw. Levi says you're a saloon player. I'm going to say you're the deputy. I'll say you're number 3. So, Deborah, what do you think you are? Do you think you're the sheriff? Do you think you're the outlaw? Are you the deputy? Are you the farmer? Are you the stagecoach driver? Or are you the saloon piano player? I feel like I'd be the stagecoach driver. I don't know. This is what I feel like I'd be. Levi, you'd be the sheriff, probably. Deborah says she's the sheriff. Wow. Hey, you know what? More power to you, Deb. I think all of well, maybe not the outlaw. So, even though Taylor chose you to be the outlaw, but that's okay. So, all right. Hold on, are you guys doubling up? I just realized this. Is this like a 2-for-1? It's like at least if one of you wins, you both win. Is that is that what we're doing here tonight with you two? All right. It's still fair, but all right, here we go. So no one got that one. Was that it? Hold on. Oh, that was it. So I got to go back up. All right, let's go back to another one. So imagine if Deborah were an item in an office cubicle. Which would she be? Would Deborah be the framed family photo? Would she be the to-do list? Would she be the dying plant? No. Would she be the inspirational poster? Would she be the phone? Or would she be the sticky note? The clock starts now. Well, no, it's fine if you guys are in separate rooms. It's just you're both in the same house. So regardless of who wins, if one of the two of you win, you both get the prize is still going to the same place. So, all right. So, Deb, Levi says you're the inspirational poster. That's a good one. That's kind of what I was thinking, too. Taylor said the frame photo. That's the other one I was thinking. Well, I don't think you're the dying plant. But, what do I know? I'll just say you're the dying plant because maybe you're going to surprise me and say you're the dying plant. All right, so, Deb, we've chosen frame family photo, dying plant, and inspirational poster. Now, you need to let us know which one you think you are. Do you think you're the framed family photo, the to-do list, the dying plant, the inspirational poster, the phone, or the sticky note? Which one do you think you are? And just in this moment right now, I realize that you could have a really fun game at home. And you could probably also place some bets and wagers. Like, what's the over-under on how many times I will readjust and touch my mic during an episode? Because I know I do it a ton. So maybe we'll figure that out next time. Deborah says she's a frame family photo. Yep, I was pretty sure that's what it was, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to chime in since Taylor had already taken it. All right, so that means it's 1-1. So here we go. Let's make this the tiebreaker, shall we? Tiebreaker question right here. Here we go. Let's go with no. Well, sure. Let's do this one. Let's do this one since I have my McDonald's water cup here. All right. Deborah, if you're an item from McDonald's, what item would you be? Would you be the Happy Meal, the Shamrock Shake, the Egg McMuffin, the Big Mac, the Apple Pie, or the McRib Sandwich? Which one would you be? Timer starts right now. Okay. I'm gonna let them answer first because I don't want to steal one. But I think I know the correct answer, but we'll see if I'm correct or not. Taylor says you're the apple pie, which is what I wanted to say, Taylor. But I figured you. I'm not gonna lie. Taylor's gonna choose the apple pie one. So Levi says the Big Mac. All right. You know what, Deborah? I'm going to say you're the Shamrock Shake because you're just so special. You're a limited edition and only available whenever St. Patrick's Day is, and I don't remember when it is, actually. Not a big follower of that holiday. Is it? It's March, right? Is it March? Is St. Patrick's Day in March? I feel like it's after spring break, or am I totally wrong? I really don't. I have to look it up now. So, all right, well, I looked that up. Debbie, you give us your answer. Let's see. When is... If my slow phone... I broke my phone. I had to use an old one that I still had. But this thing is so slow, it's ridiculous. St. Patrick Day. Let's see. Okay, it is in March. So it's like the week after spring break. That's what I thought it was. So Deborah says she's the Egg McMuffin. Oh, no. We were all wrong. You're just the morning person, I'm guessing. I do like their McMuffins, though. But I just like English muffins in general. I think they're delicious. So, you know, my favorite thing was when we would make... You guys ever make the English muffin pizzas? Did you ever do that? You basically just do the English muffins, but you just put a little tomato sauce, some pepperoni, and sprinkles of cheese, pop them in the oven, boom, little mini pizzas. So fun to make when I was a kid. Loved doing that with my mom. All right, well, none of us won. We had a 3-way tie, and Deborah, you are our star guest tonight, so I'm going to let you choose first, since Deborah, you were such a wonderful not combatant, but a wonderful star player for us. Everyone give Deborah a big round of applause, as we like to do. So, Deborah, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either take home a $5 gift card to Sonic, or you can take home the mystery movie. I didn't want to say which movie it was because I thought this would be fun to add a little more suspense to it. So, if you want, you can have the $5 gift card, or you can have a mystery movie that you'll have to see what it is when you get it. I will say, the only thing I'll say about the movie is if you were here last night, you saw some of the characters from this movie. That's all I will say. So... it is the Blu-ray, though. It's not. It doesn't. This one actually doesn't have the DVD on it. It is just the Blu-ray. But whatever you want, Deborah, and then whichever one she doesn't want, Taylor and Levi, you guys can have the other one because you were such good sports tonight. Debbie's going to take the movie, so looks like you guys are going to share a $5 gift card to Sonic. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Actually, I do want to. I meant to share this at the beginning, but I wanted to show you something. Big shout out to Haley Hatchell, who's been coming here and has been awesome. And we have been talking about getting some youth shirts together. We've talked with Levi about helping us come up with a little logo. I shot something at Levi just as kind of a joke. He thought it was really cool. I sent it over to Haley, who makes shirts, and she said, I could totally make that into a shirt for you. Well, guess what? She did. And so this was what we put together. Because we're called Glow Student Ministries, I made a little thing that just said, my shirt doesn't glow in the dark, but I do. And we had it with the little verse, because our verse is Matthew 5:16. But guess what? She put it on the sleeve. How awesome is that? I'm trying to figure out how I can... Yeah, boom, right there. Put it right there for everybody to see. So, she did this in a long sleeve for us. We're wanting to do regular T-shirts too. But we just want to have some fun stuff for the youth. The main thing we were wanting to do was do something they would want to wear, you know, and not just have just our logo, which, you know, I have a T-shirt with the church logo on it, and I love wearing it, but I wanted it to be something that they would want to wear to school. They'd want to wear out. They'd want to take with them kind of thing. And so, mom, dad, teens, if you guys are watching, this is something that you're interested in. If it's something that you like, let us know. Let us know in the comments if you'd like one, and we'll definitely start working on putting something together for everybody. So that was just something fun I wanted to share with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed that. One thing I do want to talk about tonight, just for a moment, is the things that we truly want in life. And, like I was just kind of saying, is what I want is for these kids to be able to have something that they want to share with others. And I want to do a good job with these kids. I want them to know that when they come up here, that they're coming into a safe place that loves God, that wants to help them learn more about God. And the thing that I want to be sure that I'm imparting to them is God's love. That's the thing I want them to have, because that's the thing that I need the most, is I need God's love. And we all have lots of needs in our lives. We all have things that we want. There's things that we desire to achieve with goals and other things. There's also things that we want from other people. We want people to like being around us. We want people to appreciate us for who we are. We want people to want to feel generous towards us, whether it's with their time, with their energy. We all have these different things that we want from other people. And I thought it was so interesting that I was just thinking about this the other day. And we love, in churches especially, mainly in churches, when we're talking about we're giving our tithes and offerings, we love to use the verse of, give and it shall be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. That's what we want to believe, because that's what we want. It's like, if I'm going to give my tithes and give my offerings, and then I want to receive that back in multitude, because God does not withhold his blessings from his people. So yes, when we are giving to him with a generous heart, with a generous spirit, which means when we're giving to him not expecting anything in return, then yes, there is a reward in that. There is a blessing that's in that. Because I don't give my tithes and my offerings expecting God to give me something. I give my tithes and offerings because he's already given me so much. And I want to show honor to him. And I want to show honor to this church and to Pastor Greg and the leadership, that I believe in what God is doing here in this place. And I want to pour into that. But I do want to just share just kind of the broader picture of that passage of Scripture. And it's found in Luke chapter 6. And I just want to start in verse 36. It says, "Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father is also merciful. Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye mete withal, it shall be measured to you again." And I'm going to go to the other few verses after that, but this is the thing that we need to remember. We're not talking about what is it that we're giving to the church. It's what are we giving out of ourselves? The attitudes that we have, the grace, the mercy, the forgiveness, the anger, the sadness, the things that we're giving in our daily lives to other people are the things that are going to come back to us. If all I ever do is go around town being mopey at everybody, guess what's going to happen? Mopiness is what's going to come back on me. I want to be a happy guy, but if all I'm doing is everyone says, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm okay. I just wish people were in a better mood." Well, guess what? When you're in a sour mood, that's what's going to come back to you, is people in sour moods. When all you are is angry with everybody, anger is what's going to come back at you. When all you want is for people to stop talking to you, people are going to want you to stop talking to them. That's what's going to come back on you. And here's what it says in the rest of this passage in verses 39 and 40. "And he spake a parable unto them." This is Jesus. "Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch? The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master." Everyone that is perfect. And I'm not perfect by any means. No one is. There's only one perfect person. And that perfect person is our Master, Jesus Christ. And he's the one who we should be aspiring after. What I want is to have what he had. I want to have that relationship with God. And the way I have that relationship with God is by sharing that love, sharing that goodness, sharing that grace and mercy, calling out those who needed to be called out, but always reminding it with love and with forgiveness. Jesus sat on that cross and said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. If I want to be forgiven, I need to be willing to give that forgiveness, because that's what's going to come back on me, pressed down, shaken together, running over. That's what I want in my life. So my question to you today is, what is it the thing that you're giving the most of? Is that something you want brought back to you, overflowing? Really think about that this week. And really just take that time to get into God's Word. Let Him speak to you. Because maybe there's something that you're lacking in your life. And the reason you're lacking it is because you're not giving it. I can be completely honest with you. One of the things that Julie and I talk about so often is how, man, I really wish I had, some really close friends. Some friends that I can just be in touch with, that we can chat with, that we can, connect with one another, just let each other know what's going on in our lives, go hang out and just have a good time. Someone that I can just get away and not have to be daddy for an hour or so. But, if I want to see those friendships come into my life, if I want to find that friendliness, I have to learn to be friendly. I have to learn to be a better friend. That's how that's going to come back on me. So whatever it is that's in your life that you are lacking, I'm just asking you in this moment and this week, just go to God with it and say, God, what can I do to give more of this to others so that I can receive that, pressed down, shaken together, running over? Let me pray for you. God, we love you so much for who you are. We thank you, Jesus, that you are the master who shows us the way. That everything that we do in life, we want it to mimic you. We want it to reflect who you are in our lives. The love and grace and mercy that you have for us. God, we want to be a vessel for that to everyone that we meet. And God, just as we want to receive these things in our lives, show us what it is. Show us how we can impart those into others. That God, if we're sick and tired of people always judging us and condemning us, God, show us how it is that we are being judging and condemning on others. God, if we're always feeling put down, if we're always feeling left out, God, show us how it is that we're putting down and leaving out others. God, if there's a lack of love in our life, show us how we can be more loving to those around us. More than anything, God, we want to be who you have created us to be. And that is your sons and daughters who you love with all of your heart. Help us, God, to learn to do the same. Thank you for everything that you are in our lives. We give you praise and glory for everything that you've done, for everything that you're doing, and for everything that you are going to do. In your name we pray. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Deborah, thank you so much for leading in our game tonight. I hope you had fun. I've got a little mystery movie here. I'll send you the title in Messenger so you know what it is, if you want to keep it. But it's a fun movie. I actually haven't watched it in a long time, but it's a fun movie regardless. Levi Taylor, I'm glad you could join with us tonight. I hope you're feeling better. We love you guys. You've been in our prayers. Hope you guys will get happy and stay healthy. And if you want, just let me know. I can send you that gift card. I can drop it off at you sometime, or we can throw it in the mail to you, whatever is most convenient for you. And you guys that are watching live with us, or if you're watching this later once it's been posted, thank you for joining us. Please let us know what we can do to be in prayer with you. We're here for you at prayer.cbcbowie@gmail.com. You can always call us up here at the church. We want you to know that we love you guys. Let us know what prayers you need. If you've got a prayer request, leave it in the comment section here. Let's all pray together. Let's agree in prayer together with whatever's going on. That's what we want to do. If there's whatever it is, that thing that you feel like you're lacking in, we want to pray with you and help you build that up in your life. because that's what we do. We stand together, united as the body of Christ. And we want you to know that you're not alone, that we're here with you. We're never against you. We're for you and for what God has in store for your life. So thank you guys so much for joining in. Hope you have a wonderful night, and we will see you all on Sunday morning. And have a great week. See you later.